Good evening, all my brothers and sisters, and my humble pranams at the holy feet of the Divine Master and all elders. Today, I would like to continue reading uh, the spiritual training in the book Reality at Dawn, written by Revered Babuji Maharaj. So, this is the paragraph which I am going to read. Kindly listen properly, focus your attention, and then it will be understood. It is very easy to digest. Also, you see, Babuji said, most of the teachers of religion have adopted an artificial methods for developing certain spiritual condition in an aspirant. Okay. Most of the teachers, artificial methods they have developed and created some condition in their followers. There are a lot of teachers, gurus are there in this world. And but it is a very defective process. So that is a defective process. Babuji is telling what they have adopted, the artificial method, is a defective process. Okay. Then, for example, in order to practice jnana means wisdom, knowledge, like that, and create within the aspirant the state of Aham Brahmasmi, they advise him to meditate outwardly. That is, as if they will create one condition, artificial condition in the Abhyasi, that is Aham Brahmasmi, the state of Aham Brahmasmi, they will create. Then, I am Brahman means, Aham Brahmasmi means, I am Brahman, I am God. That's all. They advise him to meditate outwardly, thinking the same thing all the while, and repeating the same words every moment. Okay, understand? Thinking the same thing always. You see, like our constant remembrance of the Divine Master, these gurus and teachers of religion, they used to tell their followers to repeat, thinking repeatedly that Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham. Every second, every minute they have to think, every day, morning to night, till dawn to dusk, they have to go on thinking the same thing repeatedly. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham. I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am the God, I am the God. Like that. See this, you see the process, how much grossness it will produce in an aspirant instead of spiritual elevation. So that is what it is going on in the world. That is Babuji is enlightening to, that is bringing the fact to the people in the world. And thinking the same thing all the while and repeating the same words every moment. This is a mechanical practice, process, and leads to internal grossness. This type of japa, reciting the same name, the only one name, repeatedly throughout every second, every minute, throughout the day, it will create nothing but internal grossness. Because already we are in grossness. That's why we are not able to pursue the divinity in us. Okay, sure. That samskaras, it is covering the divinity. So we are in a disturbed condition and we are suffering, facing misery and everything in this world. But here, by taking up a process, that is yogic process, the blind masses, what they think, by following whatever the great teachers of religion or the spirituality, the masters, what they tell, if they take that one and follow that implicitly, strictly adhering to that, they think that they will progress spiritually. But instead of progressing, they are regressing. To what an extent? Internal grossness will develop. What Babuji is telling, this type of defective practice. But what to do? That is their irony of fate. That's all we can think. So now, this is a mechanical process. This is not natural process, Babuji is saying. Our mission method is natural path towards God realization. That's why he kept Sahaja Marg, means natural path towards God realization. Ours is not mechanical or artificial or forced. It is not like that. So, but here, what is going on in the world? That is mechanical process they advise, these teachers. Okay. And spoil the career of the spiritual career of the people, followers. This is a mechanical process and leads to internal grossness. The real state of Aham Brahmasmi is never created by such artificial means. Nobody can create Aham Brahmasmi, that state of Aham Brahmasmi, by artificial means. It is not possible. It is not in their capacity. But who knows that it is going on? It is going on. People are believing it. And the gurus, such gurus, they are guiding their own followers. They are digging the pit and they are throwing their followers in their pit and burying them by telling all these wrong methods. The repetition, see, the real state of Aham Brahmasmi is never created by such artificial means. The repetition of the words over and over again helps him to form a habit of tongue, and the same words slip out every minute. So every minute he has to tell the same word. So that is one thing. That will become a habit. Because once it becomes a habit, naturally the tongue inside, it will be on repeating the same thing, same word. That's all. That is only the thing, means automatically that Aham Brahmasmi, like that, automatically the tongue will repeat the same thing, words throughout the every minute it will do the same thing. So by that, the aspirant, means innocent aspirant, what he will think? That he has conquered something. Automatically it is coming. Means I have achieved that condition. So like that, it will lead to that type of unnatural means of repetition that will lead to mislead the Abhyasi to think that he has achieved the condition of Aham Brahmasmi, means godly condition he has achieved. But that is not. Okay. So therefore, Babuji is telling it is only a habit of tongue. And the same words slip out every moment. It is absurd to think, to conclude that thereby he has become jnani. It is not. Though the teachers say that, yes, automatically, after several years, it automatically it comes in his mind. The tongue will repeat automatically without any exert on his part. So the teachers will say, Array, you have become jnani. It is automatic. Aham Brahmasmi. Means that poor aspirant, poor follower, or the Abhyasi will think what the teacher says is correct, and that is nothing. He gets nothing out of that. So therefore, it is absurd to conclude that thereby he has become jnani in the real sense. They may repeat the words 100 times and force their thoughts every moment to imagine everything as Brahma. But still, they may be as far away from it as ever. The Abhyasi can think. Forcibly, he can imagine that everything is Brahma. So, that what it will it will form. So it slowly means it is self-hypnotizing. So slowly you will be hypnotized. That everything, one day he will feel everything as Brahman. But that is nothing but what is called grossness. That is nothing but what Babuji is telling. That imagination is it is it is grossness, and he cannot move an inch in spirituality. Like that, so many people have been spoiled their career by these so-called teachers, great teachers of religion and spirituality. What to do? So Brahma, but still he will be there where he has first when he has come to the master for spiritual training, and after getting this practice and training from the master, he will be there where he was. He will never move an inch in the spirituality. Spiritual ladder, he will never move an inch. So now the practice, thus the practice creates an artificial atmosphere around him, which helps him to imagine the same thing outwardly also, because his artificiality, one day it will become habit, and due to that habit he will feel that everywhere everything is Brahma, God himself. That is his highest form of imagination, or it may be hallucination. The hallucinated person, he will, you see, the eye, no, when the eye gets some disease, no, everything will look what is called green. So he thinks that everything is green in this world. It is not correct. It is the fault of the error of the eye, his defective eye. It is seeing everything is diseased eye. It is seeing everything as green in color. So also the same thing. His own imagination, the Abhyasi, his own imagination, imagining and practicing the imagination, by seeing the God pervading everywhere. And one day he will feel really God is pervading everywhere, but it is the height of his imagination. That's all. It is not spiritual progress. Babuji is telling, it is not spiritual progress. It is not spirituality at all. So therefore, so around him, which helps him, artificial atmosphere and around him, which helps him to imagine the same thing outwardly. The condition disappears if he gives up the habit of repeating the words again and again. That's all. So that a habit, no, that habit, any bad habit, a person who means drinks, go on drinking alcohol, he can get away from that habit. If he becomes addicted, even then he can get away from that habit by the help of some doctors, some coaching given by the, or some by the elders. He can get rid from that addiction. So also it is an addiction. It becomes an addiction on the part of the Abhyasi to imagine the same thing again and again. And he will be addicted to that and think that everything is outwardly, everything is God himself. So, but Babuji is telling such persons also, if they come to our mission and get initiated, and once they start receiving the transmission, pranahuti from the master, divine master, slowly he will get rid from those hallucinations, illusions. Because anybody from when they get initiated and start practicing meditation in our mission, before that they may be number one. They may be completely involved in idol worship. That is the greatest superstition. They think that the idol is the God himself. So that is superstition. So from the superstition, they will be gone increasing. The superstition will be gone increasing day by day if they go on worshipping. But one day what will happen? The superstition The same superstition, uh, due to that superstition, they will see uh, the god dancing, or the god is singing, god is. So some people said the god will come and then feed him food and do all the services to. Like this, the same superstition will make the person, the idol worshipper, to see God in the idols wherever, whichever temple he goes. He will start seeing the God only in the idol, not anywhere. So the same thing here happens to the Abhyasi who follows this method of imagining, and if we go on practicing, it becomes a habit, and habit becomes an addiction, and finally he will that will lead to some type of illusion or delusion. So due to that, he is feeling that the entire atmosphere is filled with the divine God. So the divine God is everywhere. That is imagination, and that should not be, that should be removed. Only then he can enter in spirituality. For that, Babuji is indirectly telling that if people come to our mission, and he will, due to his the power of transmission, pranahuti shakti, and he will remove those superstition or those illusions from the mind. The pranahuti will remove all those things. And we are all now, you see, before coming to the mission, we are all ritualistic, religious. So all these superstitions we had, enough, full of. So once I met one of the project managers of shipyard at Vizag when I was working. He was neighbor, and I went to him for my. He was my distant relation, and I went to him, and and then for because at that time my factory was closed, and we are forced to leave the job, and they have given some composition. But at that age, 35, nearly 40, where can I get job? My kids were small, and I have to get a smaller job only with a smaller salary only. For at that moment, I approached him. He was my distant, and he was a general manager in the projects shipyards. I approached him and asked his help to transfer me to Hyderabad. And he said, I will definitely do it because he is interrelated with my people. And but that person was a Brahmin, means a typical Brahmin. And I was going to his house daily because he can only help me. He said he will help me. Such a good man, good person. And that person, what he did, one day he took me to his puja room. In that puja room, there are a lot of photos, all the gods. And we cannot imagine how many number of photos, gods and goddesses. He was having complete, that is puja room. And he said, and he told me, you see, this much of a photo, gods and goddesses I have, I will sit and then pray them every day, an hour or two. And after that only I will go to the job. Till date, he is also nearly above. At that time, he was above 50 years or so, maybe more than that. And he told me, till date, because I am doing Gayatri, I am doing the japa, and I am doing puja to all these gods and goddesses. That's why I don't get any hurdle in my life. I am smoothly sailing. Materially, I am smoothly sailing with my job, with my earnings, with my people, and everything. That is because of this worshipping. Whereas, in your case, he told me, whereas in your case, Whereas, what I advise you, if you follow this henceforth, you will also not get any type of hurdles in your life because you don't follow this properly. That's why you are getting all these types of critical problems, hurdles, obstacles, and everything you are getting only because of that. He told. Then I told him, Sir, I don't follow all these things. This idol worship, I don't follow. I belong to a spiritual mission. And in that mission, I have a guru. His name is Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj of Shahjahanpur. We call him Babuji Maharaj. And I follow whatever my guru says, prescribed. And I do dhyana, meditation under his guidance. I don't expect any material, these things, favor from him. And we are doing for our own liberation, realization. We are doing. We expect only that from him. And I don't worship all these gods and goddesses. I am sorry, sir. This is what I am doing since my boyhood, childhood. I am doing the same thing. He was wondered. He said, because of that only, you see, you are following only one guru like that you are telling. Because of that only you are getting all hurdles and obstacles in your life. And I said, no, I don't think like that. My guru is not. Because of my guru, I am not. I am getting maybe because of my samskaras. But my guru is helping spiritually. Definitely, I trust him. One day he will take me, give me liberation, realization. He will take me to ultimate. I want that only. That is my goal of life. And these are all the things which is left to him. That's all. Like that I told. Then he heard that. Then he said, okay, you go in your own way. What can I do? Like that he told me and said, I went to. And after that, I, of course, came back. I went to Chennai and I got a transfer because of his recommendation. I got transferred and I came to my own place, Vizag, and then packed up. And I met him. During I met him, then he told, Mr. Soundarajan, I am thankful to you. I am very happy to discuss with you about spirituality. And what you said is correct. I thought, he told me, I thought, whatever you are telling is impertinent. Whatever I am doing the puja, and it is only the correct way. But I realized that your mission, method, and your master, that is correct thing. That is the correct way. I spoke to him also. I discussed with him also. He asked me what is the method, what you are, and I told him everything about our mission and everything. So finally he accepted. Then I said, thank you very much, sir. That's all. It is all his grace that you could understand our mission, method, and master. Who am I? Am I, after all, just a visitor? That's all. Just I have told you. That's all. Like that, I left him and go. See, you understand? This is Babuji Maharaj. When any person comes in contact with him, his superstition, his blind faith, all his whatever he has, that assumptions, that illusions, everything will be shattered by the power of transmission. That is the greatest benefit we got in our mission by the grace of our great master. That Babuji wants to share, that he wants to give to every entire humanity. For that purpose only, Babuji Maharaj has written all the book, and he traveled and sown seeds everywhere in the whole country, the whole world. That is his duty, entrusted by the nature. So we have to, what I say is, we have to be grateful to our masters, great master, always. Otherwise, we have to go on facing the misery till total dissolution, life after life. But that is not the case. Okay. Thank you very much. I will take a long time, and I will meet you again during next visit. I'll read some other thing. Till then, Om Shanti. అందరికీ నమస్కారము. గురువర్యులకు నా యొక్క పాదాభి వందనములు. ఇప్పుడు నేను చదువుతాను, అంటే ఆధ్యాత్మిక శిక్షణ గురించి మనం చదువుతున్నాం కాబట్టి ఈ ఆధ్యాత్మిక శిక్షణలో ఇంకొక పారాగ్రాఫ్ నేను చదువుతాను. దయచేసి మీ ధ్యాసను దీని మీద ఉంచి మీరు కానీ విన్నారంటే తప్పకుండా బాబుజీ గారు ఏం చెప్తారు ఈ సందేశంలో అనేది తప్పకుండా అర్థమవుతుంది. తర్వాత మీరు సులభంగా దాన్ని జీర్ణించుకోగలరు. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు బాబుజీ గారు ఏమంటారంటే, ఎక్కువ మంది మత గురువులు అభ్యాసి యందు కొన్ని ఆధ్యాత్మిక స్థితులను నెలకొల్పుటకు అసహజ పద్ధతుల అవలంబించుచున్నారు. అసహజమైన పద్ధతులు ఎంతోమంది గురువులు అవలంబిస్తున్నారు ఈ ప్రపంచంలో. అది కానీ ఇది చాలా లోపభూయిష్టమగు మార్గము. అట్లా తప్పుడు మార్గాల్ని శిష్యులకు అంటే అభ్యాసులకు వాటిని బోధించకూడదు. అది లోపభూయిష్టమైనది ఆ మార్గము అని అంట. తర్వాత ఉదాహరణకు జ్ఞాన సాధనార్థమును అభ్యాసిలో అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అనడి స్థితిని సృష్టించుటకును దానిని సదా తలంచుచును ఆ పదమునే ప్రతి క్షణమును వల్లించుచును బాహ్యముగా ధ్యానించుమని అతనికి ఉపదేశింతురు. ఆ గురువులు ఏం చేస్తారంటే, వాళ్ళు ఎట్లా తప్పుడు మార్గమును ఎలా బాబుజీ గారు అన్నారంటే, అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అనుకోవయ్యా శిష్యుడి దగ్గర, దాన్నే ఉచ్చరిస్తూ ఉండు. అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అంటే, అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అంటే ఏమి? నేను దేవుణ్ణి, నేనే దేవుడు అంతే. ఇంక నేనే దేవుడు అని అనుకుంటూనే ఉంటే ఒకరోజు నువ్వే దేవుడు అయిపోతావు. ఇదే అన్నమాట. అబద్ధము చెప్తూ 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 ఉంటే ఒకరోజు అది నిజం అయిపోతుంది. అది ఎట్లా నిజం అవుతుంది మీరు చెప్పండి. అట్లాగా ఈ గురువులు అదేరా అంటే అపమార్గము అంటే అది వచ్చిందే సహజ మార్గము కాదు, అసహజ మార్గాన్ని వీళ్లకు బోధించి శిష్యులకు వాళ్ళ యొక్క ఆధ్యాత్మిక జీవితాన్నే వాళ్ళు నాశనం చేశారు. ఇది ఇట్లా చెప్తారంట. అట్లా అనుకోండి, ధ్యానించమని అతనికి ఉపదేశింతురు. ఇది ఆంతరికమైన పద్ధతి. ఇది మెకానికల్ ప్రాక్టీస్, యాంత్రికమైంది, సహజమైంది కానే కాదు అని అంటారు. అందుచే అంతర స్థూలత్వమునకు దారితీయును. కాబట్టి ఇది యాంత్రికమైంది. కాబట్టి ఉన్నదాన్నే చెప్తూ చెప్తూ అదే స్మరిస్తూ ఉంటే ఆ నామాన్నే అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అహం బ్రహ్మ అంటే అది యాంత్రికమైనది. కాబట్టి ఇది యాంత్రికమైనది నువ్వు చెప్తూ ఉంటే, పదే పదే చెప్తూ ఉంటే నీలో ఉన్న స్థూలత్వం ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది. అది స్థూలత్వము దారితీస్తుంది స్థూలత్వానికి, అంతేగాని సూక్ష్మత్వానికి అది దారితీయదు అని చెప్తున్నారు బాబుజీ గారు. అందుచే అంతర స్థూలత్వమునకు దారితీయును. నిజమైన అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అనడి స్థితి ఎన్నడును ఇట్టి అస్వాభావిక మార్గమున కలుగదు. అస్వాభావిక అంటే అన్యాచురల్ మెథడ్లో ఎప్పుడు అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అనే స్థితి ఎవరికి రాదు. ఇది అన్యాచురల్. ఇది సరి అయిన పద్ధతి కాదు, తప్పు పద్ధతి. ఈ పద్ధతి ద్వారా ఇలా ఉచ్చారణ చేస్తూ ఉండు అనే పద్ధతి ద్వారా స్థూలత్వం వస్తుంది, కానీ ఆ యొక్క అంతిమ స్థితి అనేది ఎవ్వరికి, అంటే అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి, భగవంతుని స్థితి అనేది ఎవ్వరికి కలగదు అని బాబూజీ గారు పల్లగుద్ది చెప్తున్నారు. తర్వాత దారిచి నిజమైన అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అనే స్థితి ఎనడును ఇట్టి అస్వాభావిక మార్గమున కలుగదు. అవే పదములను మరి మరి వల్లించుట వలన అతని నాలుక వాటికి అలవాటు పడిపోను. అదే అహం బ్రహ్మాస్మి అంటూ ఉంటే ఆ నాలుగు దానికి అలవాటు పడిపోతుంది. అప్పుడు అతనేం చెప్పక్కర్లేదు, ఉచ్చరించక్కర్లేదు. అది మనసులో నాలుక ఉంటుంది కదా, లోపల కూడా మనకు మనసులో ఆ నాలుగు చెప్తూనే ఉంటుంది దాన్ని. అర్థమైంది కదండి? అదన్నమాట. అదే పదములను మరి మరి వల్లించుట అతని నాలుక వాటికి అలవాటు పడిపోవును. ప్రతి క్షణము వాని నోటి నుండి అదే పదములే దొరలుచుండు. ప్రతి క్షణము అదే వస్తూనే ఉంటుంది. అదే అది అది తనంతటా అదే నాలుక లోపల లోపల అది ఉచ్చరిస్తూనే ఉంటుంది. అందువలన వాడు వాస్తవముగా జ్ఞాని అయ్యో ననుకొనుట, జ్ఞాని అయ్యాడు అనుకొనుట అసంగతం. అందువలన వాడికి అదే రావడం వలన అతనేం బయట చెప్పక్కర్లేదు, లోపలనే అది ఆ ఉచ్చారణ అది జరిగిపోతూ ఉందంటే అందువలన అతడు జ్ఞాని అయిపోయాడు అని అనుకోవడం మూర్ఖత్వం. అర్థమైందండి? అది ఒకటి. తర్వాత అది ప్రతి క్షణము వాటి నోటి నుండి అదే పదములే దొరలుచుండును. అందువలన వాడు వాస్తవముగా జ్ఞాని అయ్యననుకొనుట అసంగతము. ఓకే. 100 సార్లు మాటల వల్లించవచ్చును. ప్రతి క్షణమును ప్రతి వస్తువును బ్రహ్మముగా ఊహించుకొనుట భావనా బలము నిర్బంధించవచ్చును. కానీ ఆ స్థితి నుండి మొదట నున్నంత ముననే ఎల్లకాలము ఉందురు. ఈ సాధన అభ్యాసి చుట్టూను కృత్రిమ వాతావరణమును సృష్టించును. అది అతడెల్లప్పుడూ బహిరముగా దానినే ఊహించుకొనున్నట్లు చేయును. అతడు ఆ మాటలు వల్లించుట అలవాటు మానిన తోడనే ఆ స్థితి మాయమైపోను. అదేనమాట. ఇట్లాగ వచ్చిందే ఊహించుకుంటూ అన్ని భగవంతుడే, మొత్తము అది కూడా ఒకటి. అన్ని భగవంతుడే అనేది వాడు ఊహించుకుంటూ ప్రతి క్షణం ఊహించుకుంటూ ఉంటే అదేమైపోతుంది, ఒకరోజు వాడికి అన్ని భగవంతుడిలాగానే వాడు చూడనారంభిస్తాడు. కానీ అది నిజానికి అది వాడి యొక్క ఊహ, లేకపోతే వాడి భ్రమ, చిత్త భ్రమ. అంతేగాని అది వచ్చిందే రియాలిటీ కాదు, అది వాస్తవం కాదు, అది వచ్చింది అంతిమము స్థితి కాదు, అది భగవంతుని స్థితి కానే కాదు. అది ఉత్త భ్రమ. ఆ భ్రమను వాడు పెద్దది చిత్తభ్రమ, ఇంకా దాని మీద వాడు చేసుకుంటూ దానివల్ల ఏమొస్తుంది, స్థూలత్వం వచ్చి వాడి యొక్క ఆధ్యాత్మిక స్థితి పూర్తిగా సర్వనాశనం అయిపోతుంది. ఈ కృత్రిమమైన ఈ మార్గాన్ని అనుసరించడం వలన ప్రజలకు అలా ఏర్పడుతుంది. అది ఎప్పుడు వాళ్ళు మన మిషన్కి వచ్చి మన గురువు గారి దగ్గర ప్రాణాహుతి శక్తిని ఎప్పుడు వాళ్ళు పుచ్చుకుంటారో ధ్యానం చేస్తూ, అప్పుడు తప్పకుండా వాళ్ళకి ఆ యొక్క అంటే ఈ మూఢ విశ్వాసాలు, మూఢనమ్మకాలు, ఈ భ్రమలు అవన్నీ తొలగిపోతాయి. ఆ ప్రాణాహుతి వాటి అన్నిటినీ వాళ్ళ మనసు నుంచి తీసేస్తుంది. తద్వారా వాళ్లకు స్పిరిచువల్ ప్రోగ్రెస్ తగ్గుతుంది అని చెప్పి మానవాళికి బాబూజీ గారు చెప్తున్నారు. ఇంతేనండి ఈరోజు. ఇంతటితో నేను ముగించుకొనుచున్నాను. తర్వాత అతని సంకల్పం ప్రకారం మిమ్మల్ని కలుసుకుంటాను. అంతవరకు సెలవు. Om Shanti.